I'm hearing loud noise out here in front of my house again. There ain't nobody in the warehouse, but he's beeping that horn. Makes about as much sense as that little bun on his head. I don't know, maybe it's a man thing. Get over it. I understand you guys don't know what it's like to be a man. I made a song. I did. Wasn't bad. Smile, man, you're on candid camera. I'm gonna keep documenting all this shit, and when these lawyers stop messing with train wrecks and collision and divorce, same difference. Maybe if we ever get any democracy in this country, somebody will offer to represent me against Publix here on Wabash Lanier Street, Lakeland, Florida, print shop, building number 10, for breaking the noise ordinance laws for years. Publix owes me millions of dollars right now, man. And as soon as I find a lawyer, a real lawyer, not somebody that plays patty cake, plays games, a real lawyer, right? It reminds me of that book that I saw. I think the title was End of Lawyers. End of Lawyers, I think is the name of the book. Because there's no democracy anymore. It's like that damn Winters and Yonkers. You'll see them, the aggressive lawyers, hogwash. My mother was working at the Olive Garden here in Lakeland, Florida, until a tow truck driver ran into somebody behind her, and like the domino effect, she was injured and tried to continue working, and it was so painful that she was unable to do it. She just physically was unable to do it. And they gave her $7,000. I want you guys to know that. That's the truth about Winters and Yonkers. All these big folks here, this, you know, Axl Rose, he called them money, mother, you know what. You know, this is a family channel, so we got to keep all that cursing down to a minimal. I'm going to do like Ted Nugent, shoot him a camouflage bird. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's probably best that you don't, but it's camo, so don't worry. It's user friendly. Yeah, we had 11 police officers here in Lakeland fired from everything from using Miss Ebbles down there, whatever, and Ebony Ebbles, whatever, as a pin cushion. And one guy took a picture of himself. Seemed like, could it have been Officer Thompson? I don't know, man. Then the one guy was charged for rape at gunpoint, Officer Julio Pagano, or Pagano, something like that. And then one of the cops had sex when they were out there at Crispin's funeral. They had sex out there in the funeral home. You believe that? How dare you people ever say anything bad about these West Side folks around here? As bad as they are, I don't think they would do that. I really don't, and I most certainly hope not. I really don't doubt it, because I'm kind of down on humanity right now, man. I could tell you about all these people around here, man. None of them. It's like my Uncle Mel Kessler, the former delegate of West Virginia, ran for governor. It's like he said, people don't have any integrity anymore. And down in here in the South, old Uncle Kyle Kessler, he says people ain't about shit. They ain't about nothing. Right? That's how I describe it. They ain't about nothing, man. Same thing this country's about. Ain't about a noise ordinance. Ain't about shit, you know. I wonder how hard Mr. Hill had to twist somebody's arm to get them to kick out those officers, man, because the people need to take to the streets, man. They really do. They need to start picketing. And then they'll say, well, you got to have a license to do that, or a permit, or some shit, you know. Wouldn't surprise me if it was out-of-pocket money expenses as well to do that, because it's all about money, you know. My neighbor over here on the corner bought a brand new van on a Friday, and on Monday he got a abandoned vehicle citation out in his front yard. I shit y'all not. This is the truth. You believe this shit? You could buy a brand new van and park it out in your front yard, and because you couldn't get a tag for it because it was too late Friday, right? And Monday you get a damn citation for an abandoned vehicle out in your front yard. This place has no common sense. We've got an overactive code enforcement on the people and not active enough for the people. They're not public servants, they're public serpents. They're people that don't want to work, they're lazy, they're taking advantage of the system, they're not representing us, and you need to listen to Donald Trump, man. I love him a lot. God bless him. I couldn't be more serious about anything in my life, man. I mean it. Anybody says anything bad about that guy, man, and I'm smoking, so I mean, other people have said that he's working for the rulers, the leaders that lead from behind, you know, the ones that ain't never been in the military. I don't hardly think so. I've seen people unplugged, folks. Officer Army, dude, what do you think about what the government should be doing over here in Iraq? He'd said, well, I think they ought to learn what a sovereign nation is, that Congress has to approve wars, and unplug it. That's it, unplugged, man. What happened? They pulled your plug, so. These are people that don't want any truth spoken on the television at any time by anyone. Now that Glenn Beck, he fake cried. I think it was on TV, and it was definitely uploaded there to YouTube. And he fake cried, this country's bad shape, all this shit, right? But he should have been crying. He really should have been. And a lot of you know what I'm talking about out there right now, man. And if you don't, you better get with the program and find out. Find out why people in the U.S. Army have to wait up to 4 days to see a doctor, you know. Find out why people that live their whole life, their working career, and retired from the Army, one of my best friends on this earth, man, thought he was going in there to serve his country and found out he was used. And then on YouTube, you hear all this stuff about the military getting all hopped up and the police militarized, and they'll say that the reason that they're doing that, right out of the military's mouth, man, they interview these people, you know, and they'll say, yeah, we're militarizing because of the military. You're militarizing, you're beefing up your police and all that, and you know, and bringing all this junk in here, armored cars and all the rest of this junk shit, because of the people that served in the United States Army, huh? And military all the way around. Well, why would you Why would you be beefing up your police and military because of these great, fine men and women that have served our nation? Huh? Could it be because you've betrayed them and now you fear them? Could that be what it is? Because it doesn't make any sense, y'all. Y'all fill me in, man. Help me out. I wasn't in the Army. I don't know. But I support the truth. Here he comes with a roll of doo-doo now. Look at there, y'all. Beeping the horn with nobody in the warehouse, and you guys think I'm crazy. Where long hair and tattoos and bullshit is the norm. I'm telling you all the truth from the bottom of my heart. I've heard people, this one black girl right there, and I videoed her ass, and you can hear her on video, say, he got knocked the fuck out. Right? I mean, I don't know if it's a West Side hoodlum out here that I need to knock out or a Publix employee anymore. And that's the truth, man. I'm telling y'all the truth. I really don't know. There's a couple good guys, Steve and Danny over there are gentlemen, and they behave as such, like Christians, you know. And I really appreciate that. But when we get these hood rats in here, you know, like I say, I don't know who is out here sometimes. I hear big mouths. They don't hear me until I want them to hear me, right? Thanks.